It's a lovely £17 mirror from Mousehole Lakes, Paddockwood in Kent, and she looks glorious in her winter colours. She's got some amazing starburst scales down the back there, great big mouth and a huge tail, put up a hell of a fight. So we're going to slip her back, show you the rig, why I've chosen to fish the spots that I'm fishing, and my low oil pellet PVA bag mix. So this is the rig that the fish just fell foul to. It incorporates a section of the Korda cable and silt. I'm fishing near to trees, so any debris that falls off them will decompose, turn to a dark colour, and this will match it perfectly. Then onto a tail rubber. This has only been pushed on, a couple of teeth on, so if the lead does hit any snags, boom, off it comes, and you're not going to get snagged up, and that's really important. Then onto a quick link. This is just for speed fishing really. I will have a bit of silicone on there usually, but it fell off as I was unhooking the fish, so I've got to put it back on. Now to the Supernatural. It's a really nice versatile braid. I use it in my solid bags a lot. It folds up really nicely, but I also use it just in general situations like this. As long as you feather the cast, it will kick the hook link away and it won't tangle. So now onto the tungsten sinker. These are really good just for balancing pop-ups, but I also feel that they do a big job in pulling the hook into the fish's bottom lip. I'll always have one of these on. And then onto a lovely Northern Special. That's tied KD style, and it will sit just like that. That's been doused in the almond goo. I've been playing around with goos at the moment, so I've been using the raspberry and the pineapple supreme, and I'll use different ones for different situations. So the almond will be for clear water, just to get a real cloud going, and I'll use the raspberry for murky waters to get a nice sort of halo on the bottom. So this is my low oil PVA bag mix for winter. All of the components have got less oil than I use in summer, or no oil at all. So what we're going to do is we'll start off by some old pop-ups I've just had in my tackle bag for probably years, and all we're going to do is we're just going to put them in the Korda crusher and just munch them up. What this does is any bits of pop-up, because they float, they'll go through the different water columns. Any fish that aren't on the bottom or are directly above the hook bait will probably see these, you know, get a bit interested and come down. It's just something a bit different that I like to do. So in there they go in. So the next one is the salmon microfeed. This has got a bit of oil in it, but the reason I'm using this is purely because it really smells. So we'll just add a small bit of this. Okay, the next one is just a good old coarse pellet. I think this is the Scratting stuff. It's seriously cheap. It's like £2. I think it's £2.30 for a kilo. So you're not going to burst the bank. I just use a little bit of this. It's really smelly again. Absolutely reeks. And it's low oil, so no oils are going to congeal. And it's just not the one in the winter. So we'll add a bit of that as well. And the next one, it's not a pellet, it's Balacan. This stuff absolutely stinks. I was told at the Sandown show to wear gloves while using it because it won't come out your hands. So I'm not actually going to put this in because I haven't got any gloves, but that is what I'd usually put in. I think it's fermented shrimp and it's really crunchy, but you know, that smell factor does really give it a boost. So that would usually go in. And the next one's the Mini Ultra Mix. Lots of different pellets and breakdown times. I think there's some halibuts, and that's about the highest oil you're going to get. All of them are relatively low after that. So we'll add a small bit of that as well. And then the goo. This is the Pineapple Supreme. We're just going to give it a little bit of a squirt in there. Not too much. Just a bit of smell, something fruity. All these pellets are quite fishy. So we're going to give that a mix up now. Okay, and this is the finished product. Loads of different food items there, and it's a really potent mix. Of course, with the Balacan in there, it'd be even better. But just for winter in general, it's really nice. So what I'm going to do now is show you the spots I'm actually fishing and how to apply the bait correctly. So behind me is the spot that I've had to fish from today. There's a really nice wind trickling in here, and I launched the rod onto it and it produced the goods. So what we're going to do now is just apply some of that pellet mix we just made. It's really important to note that I'm only feeding small amounts, just on a couple of different spots, so probably about a foot apart from each other. Literally just that much. It's important to note that I'm only feeding little and often. I watched the underwater filming at St John's and they fed little and often as well, and that really did bring the fish in, so that's something I've put into my fishing and it's caught me a few carp. So thanks for watching and good luck in your winter fishing.